Live from the WTXL studios, this is ABC 27's News at Noon.
Happening now, heavy rain moving through our region. Good afternoon. I'm Mika Highsmith. Thank you for watching the news this noon. Let's head straight over to meteorologist Michelle Rotella live in the Storm Team Weather Center. And Michelle, you said the system not a quick mover. Just how long can we expect it to stick around?
Yeah, Mika, we're going to continue to see rain, and that is all that really will be affecting us. It's going to be cold rain into South Georgia and then across the Big Bend region and closer to the coastal areas. You can see some of the heavier showers. I want to take you just south there of I-10 where we are seeing some heavier rain. Even south of St. Mark's, they just had a heavy downpour there, and you can really see the difference indicated there where the lighter precip is to yellows and oranges, of course, indicating the heavier rain. And then we move towards Valdosta where they're getting a good soaking. So doing any traveling across the Big Bend region today, you will run across some of those heavier showers. And north of that, of course, they're dealing with some snow, some ice, some sleet and freezing rain, causing many travel delays and cancellations around the region. So of course you want to check with the carrier when you're traveling throughout the day today. And across southern Georgia, pretty chilly there into Thomasville, 37 degrees. Thankfully, though, we're going to stay above the freezing mark, so this will be an all-rain event for us. But like I said, heavy at times. Some places could see around half an inch to an inch of rain, and with a few passing thunderstorms possible in the afternoon, some places could get a little bit more than that. Even at 10 p.m., we're cooling down to 48 degrees, and depending on the timing of the front and how quickly we can get the rain cleared out of here will depend really on how cool we get tonight. But some temperatures could drop to the 30s. I'll give you the full forecast, of course, and all the details coming up on when this will officially be ended, when we could see some sunshine again coming up in just a few minutes. Mika?
Michelle, thank you. The wet weather here combined with ice and snow along the eastern seaboard causing flight delays across the country. Here in Tallahassee, no exception either. There are several delays and cancellations, so if you're traveling, be sure to check with your airline before heading to the airport. More travel delays for you to be aware of this noon. Amtrak suspending its rail service in the Northeast, South and Mid-Atlantic regions for today. Nationally, airlines announcing more than 2,500 flight cancellations. That's according to FlightAware.com. The hardest hit airports, Atlanta and Charlotte. And passengers aren't the only ones stuck. Delta Airlines says some of its workers at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport slept on planes overnight because there just weren't enough hotel rooms for everyone. Now to the millions of people affected by this round of winter weather, many trapped in their homes without power from Atlanta all the way to the Mid-Atlantic. Sarah Ganem has the latest.
The first round of this week's winter storms brought ice and snow to the southern states from Texas to North Carolina. The major problem so far and the major concern looking into the future is ice.
There's no way you can deal with ice. I don't care what Yankees say. You can't drive in ice.
The icy conditions have been blamed for a number of crashes. Weather-related incidents killed at least 5 people, including 3 in Texas who died when an ambulance lost control, overturned, and caught fire. And 2 in Mississippi died in 2 different crashes. More than 2,400 flights have been canceled ahead of the storm, and Amtrak says it's suspended rail service too, in the South, the Mid-Atlantic, and the Northeast. Georgia's governor warned Wednesday's weather could be much worse.
I would caution everyone that the second round is going to be much more serious than what we have seen today in metropolitan Atlanta.
In a Tuesday teleconference, the National Weather Service briefed emergency officials in the Atlanta area on what was to come, warning ice storms could have a catastrophic effect, leaving some people without electricity for as much as a week.
This is not going to be the same kind of event we had a couple of weeks ago where we had more traffic tie-ups. This is going to be, we're going to lose power and have folks we're probably going to have to rescue, etc.
We're not kidding. We're not just crying wolf. It is serious business, and it is something that...
In other news this noon, one person is dead after a crash in Suwannee County. It happened this morning as a log truck was driving north on County Road 137. It drove into the path of an SUV. The SUV then struck the left side of the log truck. US 90 closed for several hours after the crash to remove logs and damaged vehicles. The driver of the SUV was taken to the hospital where she later died. And the search is still on for a 23-year-old Florida State University graduate who went missing more than a week ago. Police say that Ryan Uri disappeared on February 2nd after watching the Super Bowl with friends at Andrews Bar and Grill in Tallahassee. Previously, investigators believed that Yuri may have been in South Florida because his cell phone pinged in Pompano, but the cell phone company says that did not happen. Investigators, though, say they're not ruling out that he could be there. Yuri had just started an internship with State Representative Richard Stark, a Democrat from Weston. Stark says that Yuri attended orientation and worked one day in his office. His mother, Patty, lives in Atlanta, and she says she is hopeful police will find her son. And will a car come between Florida A&M and its new president? That's the issue now at hand after FAMU Board of Trustees took Amara Mangum's $1,000 a month car allowance out of her contract. It happened last Friday. Now Mangum is asking trustees to reconsider. Contract negotiations are set to continue tomorrow at 4 in the afternoon when trustees hold their third conference call meeting in less than 2 weeks. Mangum was selected as FAMU's 11th president in early January.
In Leon County's Cascades Park will officially open on
March 14th.
March 14th.
And you heard it, the date is set March 14th, the official opening of Cascades Park. The city announcing the exciting news at a press conference this morning. They say get ready to explore a discovery playground for kids, interactive fountain, the controversial amphitheater, and a Smoky Hollow exhibit. The more than $300 million project paid for by sales tax has been in the works for years. And be sure to tune in tonight for our series called Cascade Park, a Revival. It's a 3-part series. The first installment airs tonight at 6 p.m. right here on WTXL ABC 27. Well, still to come here on the news at noon, a Georgia man found guilty of harming his own child. He is now learning his fate. And before you put your child in their car seat, a recall you need to know about and something to keep in mind this Valentine's Day. A new study suggesting a broken heart could kill you, but you need to protect yourself. Ahead on the news at noon.